Hello. Thanks for being here and joining me. We are taking some time from our inherited wisdom to inspire us and let nature inspire us and poetry inspire us for those qualities within us as humans of kindness and compassion, gentleness, generosity. So we're looking to nature and poetry and verses from around the world to assist us in doing that. So today we're going to hear a story about an ant and my encounter with an ant. And it is introduced with a poem from Hafiz, and it's translated by Daniel Ladinsky. The poem is God blooms from the shoulder of the elephant who becomes courteous to the ant. The story begins as I was hiking. A twig snapped under my boot. It broke the morning silence, causing a lizard to scurry across the trail into a nearby part of the bushes. The leaves rustled, and then there was a single sharp chirp from a bird giving a note of alarm. The sounds made me aware that I was passing through a living community of rocks, plants, and moving beings other than human. Instead of hiking immediately onward, I decided to pause. The appearance of the twig had gotten my attention. It hadn't come from the shrubs along the trail, and there were no other trees with similar branches in sight. Even though I was unlikely to solve the mystery of its source, I felt some sort of a kinship with the twig that was here on this trail. Perhaps it was because I felt we were both visitors who had met along this mountain slope. To sit down for my pause and to take a rest, I looked around for a place to sit. A large boulder seemed to invite me, so I patted its surface as if to say thank you before I sat down. It was then I noticed a steady stream of ants migrating towards the trail's edge, out of the line of the footfall of future hikers. It was clear that had I not stepped on the twig, I would have unwittingly squished several of the ants. Sages and saints across the world have long reminded us that the journey exists within each step. My experience on the trail reminded me of the words of the poet Hafiz about the elephant who becomes courteous to the ant. Like all sacred words, whether in poetry or verse, there are many ways to interpret them, and often our interpretation will vary as we move through life. I would like to believe in the end that they all inspire us to slow down, listen, unplug regularly, and recognize that at the heart of life is courtesy, kindness, love, and compassion. It does take a lot of focus and effort to achieve the wisdom of wise beings, but we have many friends in our earthly community who are always there reminding us of who we truly are. For example, the sun can remind us of our eternal essence of light. The natural elements can remind us of finding balance and harmony in the midst of ever-changing life. Animals and other creatures, great and small, can remind us to tread lightly, while more inert beings may remind us of steadiness without stagnation. This was the story of the ant from Our Inherited Wisdom. It's a collection, 54 inspirations, little stories and poems. I'll see you next time for another story.